Hello there, my great followers. How are you today? Today we are to look at trigonometric ratios. The word trig means the three sides of an angle, while metric means the measurement of a triangle. So trigonometry simply means the measurement of a triangle. So now let's look at this question. Simplify without using tables. Sine 45 degree minus cos 30 degree all over cos 60 degree. Now before we look at this, we have to recall Pythagoras theorem. Recall Pythagoras theorem, which states that the square of the longest sides of a right angle triangle is equal to the sum of the square of the two opposite sides. What is this trying to talk about? Now, this is a triangle, a right angle triangle to be precisely. Here is the longest side. Let's name it X, Y, Z. Now, let's call this small y, small z, and small x. So the square of the longest side is equal to the square of the two opposite sides. So this is what Pythagoras theorem is talking about. So we shall use this principle now to solve this. Now how can we do this? This is sine 45 degree. So we have a right angle triangle here. Because the question says without using table. So it can be done without using table, but we can use a chart. So this is 45 degree. So we can name this one 1, 1. With the help of this, we can find the longest sides of this right angle triangle. How? Let's name it letter Y. So we have y squared is equals to, based on this principle, is equals to 1 squared plus 1 squared. So y squared is equals to 1 times 1, 1, plus 1 times 1, 1. So y squared is equals to 2. So we take the square root of both sides. So we have y is equals to square root 2. So here we have square root 2. So the longest side of this now is square root 2. So we can now use this to check sine 45. So by mere looking at this diagram, we can say, okay, sine 45. Remember our SOHCAHTOA. Sine, opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite. This is the opposite. Sine 45 degree is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Then the same thing, cos 45 degree is equals to adjacent. Adjacent over what? Hypotenuse, 1 over root 2. Then tan 45 degree is equals to opposite over adjacent, 1 over 1, which is equals to 1. Now, cos 30 degree, as you can see now, there is no cos 30 degree here. And we still have cos 60 degree as well. So in this shell, we have to move to an equilateral triangle to help us to look for these two angles. So what is equilateral triangle? Remember, one of the properties is all sides are what? Equal. If we have 60 here, here is what? 60 degree. 60 degree. Here is also what? 60 degree. So don't forget, these have been what? Divided by 2. So we can have 30 degree, 30 degree. So in this case, here is 2, here is 2, here is 1, here is 1. So we can easily get what? This place. Or let's say, let's name this side letter X. So we can now bring this angle outside, this one now. Now have this. So don't forget, here is what? 60 degree. Here is what? 90. Here is what? 30. Don't forget that sum of angles in a triangle what? Is 90 degree here according to this acute angle triangle. So we have 2 here. We have letter X and we have 1. So with the help of Pythagoras theorem as well, we can also what? Get letter X. How can we do that? 2 square is equals to x square plus what? 1 square. 4 is equals to x square plus 1. 4 minus 1 is equals to x square. 3 is equals to what? S squared. So here what? S is equals to square root 3. So we can now get this place to be what? Square root 3. So here is what? Square root 3. So we can now get cos 30 degree from by mere looking at this. So cos 30 degree is equals to, remember our SOHCALC, don't forget, very important. It's like a path to follow. Cos adjacent. Where is the adjacent now? Remember, this is the opposite. This is the hypotenuse. So definitely this is the what? Adjacent. Square root 3 all over hypotenuse all over 2. Then at the same time we are looking for what? Cos 60 degree. Cos 60 degree. So now this is 60 and opposite square root 3 opposite, no, not opposite, adjacent. Cos adjacent. Where is the adjacent? This is opposite. Okay, 1 over hypotenuse. So now we have gotten a sine 45 degree. We have gotten what? Cos 30 degree to be square root 3 over 2. And we have also got what? Cos 60 degree, which is what? 1 over 2. Now, this is it. Now, sine 45 is what? 1 over root 2. 1 over root 2 can also be written as root 2 over 2. How? How? You know, if you rationalize this, we have 1 over root 2 times root 2 over root 2. So we have root 2 over 2, because root 2 times root 2 will give you what? Root 4. And square root 4 is what? 2. So it's the same thing. So we now have sine 45 to be what? Root 2 over 2 minus. Now cos 30 degree is root 3 over 2 all over cos 60, 1 over 2. Now square root 2 over 2 minus square root 3 over 2 all over 1 over 2. Now as it is, we cannot say this is minus root 3 over 2 because we have different roots. So therefore we have to find the LCM. There's nothing we can do more than that. So in this case now, remember, from fraction, this is leading to fraction now. This is the numerator. And this is what? The denominator. So from the numerator now, we can find the LCM of this. And now if you check, the LCM is what? 2. 2 divided by 2, 1. 1 times root 2. Square root 2 minus square root 3. Now, this division sign, all over 1 over 2. Pause. Now we now have square root 2 minus square root 3 all over 2 times 2 over 1. So at the end of the day, we now have 2 times root 2, 2 root 2 minus 2 root 3 all over 2. Now if you look at this, we have 2 in common, so it can be factorized. So we have 2 into bracket root 2 minus root 3 all over what? 2. So 2 cancel 2. So at the end of the day, we have root 2 minus root 3. Answer A. I remain Shola Abiodun. Remain scientifically inclined. Now let's check number 2. If cos S is equals to 1 over 3,